Trade in the Byzantine Empire. Trade and commerce were essential components of the success and expansion of the Byzantine Empire. Trade was carried out by ship over vast distances, although for safety, most sailing vessels were restricted to the better weather conditions between April and October. On land, the old Roman road system was put to good use, and so by these two means goods traveled from one end of the empire to the other, as well as from faraway places such as modern-day Afghanistan, Russia, and Ethiopia. The bigger cities had thriving cosmopolitan markets, and Constantinople became one of the largest trading hubs in the world where shoppers could stroll down covered streets and pick up anything from Bulgarian linen to Arabian perfumes. The attitude to trade and commerce in the Byzantine Empire had changed very little since antiquity and the days of ancient Greece and Rome. The activity was not regarded highly and considered a little undignified for the general landed aristocrat to pursue. For example, Emperor Theophilos, 829 to 842 CE, famously burned an entire ship and its cargo when he found out that his wife Theodora had been dabbling in commerce and had financial connections with the vessel. This attitude may explain why Byzantine chroniclers often avoid the subject entirely. Indeed, in Byzantine art and literature, traders, merchants, bankers and moneylenders who had tried to cheat their clients were often portrayed as inhabiting the lower levels of hell. There was also a general mistrust of traders and entrepreneurs, who could be both men and women, by both the general populace and the authorities. Emperors, therefore, were often particular in enforcing such matters as the standardization of weights and measures, and, of course, prices. Heavy goods were scrupulously weighed using steelyards and weights in the form of a bust of either the emperor or the goddess Minerva/Athena. Smaller goods such as spices were measured out using a balance with weights made of copper alloy or glass. To minimize cheating, weights were inscribed with their representative weight or equivalent value in gold coinage and regularly checked. Perhaps because of these attitudes to trade as a slightly less than Trade operated through a variety of hereditary guilds with merchants who transported the goods, navicularii, being subsidized by the state and subject to significantly reduced duties and tolls. Duty on imported goods was collected by state-appointed officials known as commerciarioi who collected duties on all commercial transactions and who issued an official lead seal once goods had been through the system. To limit the possibilities for corruption, the commerciarioi were given one-year posts and then moved elsewhere. Customs stations were dotted along the frontiers and major ports of the empire, with two of the most important being at Abydos and Hieron, which controlled the straits between the Black Sea and the Dardanelles. There must have been a good deal of smuggling, but measures were taken to counter it, such as a 6th century CE treaty between the Byzantines and Sassanids which stipulated that all traded goods must pass through official customs posts. Records were scrupulously kept, too, most famously the Book of the Prefect in Constantinople, which also outlined the rules for trade and trade guilds in the city. Other examples of state intervention in trade include the provision made for loss or damage to goods transported by sea. The Rhodian Sea Law, 7th or 8th century CE, stipulated that, in such a case, merchants received a fixed compensation. The state also ensured that no goods useful to an enemy were permitted to be exported: gold, salt, timber for ships, iron for weapons, and Greek fire, the secret Byzantine weapon of highly inflammable liquid. Neither was the prestigious silk dyed with Tyrian purple permitted for sale abroad.